Welcome, guys. Shake hands.
Gents, this is a repeat of last players, but we are pretty much there. Monaco or Barcelona, who can kickstart Matchday 5 of eFootball Pro with a victory. We're not great at mathematics between us, but we're trying to work out if Monaco were to win both of their games today, would they almost have booked a top 6 finish? We think not quite, but they will almost be there. So here we go. It's Monaco to get us underway. Harry Channon to talk you through the action.
Thank you very much, Chris. Wonderful to have you with us here in Barcelona for eFootball Pro. And Monaco, as they often do, starting in a very attacking sense, attacking from left to right in their famous red and white kits. We have, of course, Barcelona attacking from right to left in the away strip. Wezza is with me, and Wes, Barcelona here attacking early. Venomous shot from Suarez to start things off. Both teams really going for the jugular early on. Do you expect that here in this match? You can see some of the stats from both clubs. Do you think they're both going to be going for the jugular?
Well, Monaco, traditionally, they come out of the they come out of the blocks very, very quickly. And I think looking at it, I think that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to impose their will in the game very early on. It's going to be whether Barcelona can keep them out.
Here's Balde. Tries to play it across to Slimani, and it's the first goal of the game. Slimani has been so crucial to AS Monaco so far. And the league leaders, undefeated, have scored first against Barcelona. A wonderful break. And it's something to think about now for the Catalan club, as they are down early, 1-0 to Monaco.
Yeah, as we saw there as well, it's Golovin that kind of originates the move, and it just goes across the line, and it eventually finds its way to Balde.
You mentioned on the plane over yesterday, Suleimani will be the main guy today, Harry. He scored very early on.
He has.
Turns out you do know what you're talking about.
He's someone that Monaco have targeted more often than not, and you thought Balde in there might maybe take the strike on first and foremost, but they always look for Slimani, obviously on loan to AS Monaco. He's the man to score first, and now Barcelona, they have questions to answer. Lotfi, the goal scorer, not often chiming in with goals. I say that, he has 7 to his name, and it's often the firefighter, I suppose, for AS Monaco, putting out the fires defensively where needed. Golovin here, chasing the ball, Slimani in once again. Bodies on the line, though, for Barcelona. You can see how that affects the goal leaderboard. Lotfi now up to 4th with 7 goals. And so far, whereas Barcelona struggling really to get things going, obviously still early on here in the game. They have Dembele here, playing inside to Rakitic, but again, that pass is not often going to come off. Here is Rakitic once again. The first touch, though, not good enough, and Barcelona seem to be rushing things a little bit so far.
Yeah, they seem to be trying to chase the game very early on. I mean, they find themselves 1-0 down, but, 1-0 is a very fine scoreline. It's not, you're not out of it with a 1-0 scoreline. And I think at the moment, it's going to take them a little bit of time to really find out how to really defend this Monaco attack, because at the moment, they don't really seem to have an answer for it.
Here is Suarez. Tackled again by Marcelon for the Monegasque side. Monaco so far this eFootball Pro season, they have just looked to attack. And one of the things that, speaking to Lotfi last match day, 2 draws. They weren't beaten by Celtic, but he was still gutted, absolutely disappointed, and I think that speaks to the mentality that they have as champions. Here is Slimani trying to play Sealer in on this left-hand side, and side netting so close, but once again it's pretty flawless there from AS Monaco.
Well, we were talking about new signings. Fofana seems to have made its way into this Monaco starting 11 quite quickly, and he's making a real difference in the middle of the park. They look a little bit more mobile. They don't look like they're trying to press the game as much. Instead, they're looking to actually work this through midfield.
Yeah, Monaco, one of the clubs here in the eFootball Pro that would have benefited from the winter transfer window, adding 4 players to their squad, either returning from loan or through outright transfers. Barcelona losing a few players. Carlos Alenia, Todibo actually is an eFootball Pro transfer. He's gone from Barcelona and has now gone to Schalke 04. So see if the German outfit can use Todibo as Barcelona were able to earlier on here in the season. And it's really intriguing, Wes, to see these players move clubs, especially when it's two clubs featured within this competition. Looking for Leo Messi here. We'll get a second chance. Here is Messi. Can he beat Maripan to the ball? His right-hand side looking for Suarez, but that's a low percentage one. Marsoulon does well there at the back, and now a chance for a counter. Here is Slimani. Golovin tries to feed it back to him. The control there, not there. You could see Keita Balde waiting in the centre, but Barcelona, they're settling into this game now. Here is Dembele looking for Messi. Suarez and Vidal waiting in the centre, but again, they just can't find that cutthroat pass.
Yeah, I think if you're Barcelona, you need to start using the weapons that you have as opposed to the weapons that you don't. You're not going to beat Monaco aerially. You're not going to beat them via crosses. You're going to beat them by movement, by pace, by speed, by movement of the football. It's not going to be aerial assaults from Barcelona that are going to win the day here.
Golovin charged down by Sergi Busquets, and now here is a counter-attacking opportunity maybe for Barcelona. They are doing, as you said though, Wes, maybe trying to calm the ball down, retaining possession, not trying to force things too much. And you were saying you'd like to see them play a little bit more down the wing. Maybe that's what they'll try and do here. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a case of keeping the ball. Monaco are at their weakest when they don't have the football. The easier you give it them back, as we see there, you're immediately opening yourself up to opportunities of counter-attack. Whereas, you can see here, Barcelona are trying to make their way through here. I mean, they're trying to get kind of lucky bounces and get free, but it's just not going their way at the moment.
Certainly is not. We have two world champions going up against each other here as we enter the half. There's now some changes maybe to be made. We have, of course, Bifera, the 2019 world champion of the co-op side of things, and then a 1-versus-1 world champion on the other side in Ismail. So very tantalising affair we have here, Chris.
Certainly. Half-time, Monaco 1, Barcelona 0. And are we seeing just why Monaco are the defending champions and still unbeaten? They didn't necessarily have loads and loads of attack, but they looked incredibly solid, and when they did have a good opportunity, they were clinical.
Yeah, it's that moment. It's the way that Monaco have always attacked. They attack in such a way that they only need one chance to really put it away, and that's all they needed.
So then, second half of this first leg underway. Worth reminding you, we do play two matches between two clubs here in the eFootball Pro. Barcelona now attacking from left to right. This is, well, it was nice from Messi before the wayward first touch, and unfortunately pressured a little bit early there by Fofana. Balde gets the rub of the green, but that's cleared away, and it's been a scrappy start to this second half. Obviously just 5 minutes gone. Slimani trying to lay it off to Golovin, but Barcelona really so far struggling to get a hold of the ball here in the midfield. Here is Sila. Lovely back heel to Golovin. Slimani. Just too many bodies in the way though for Barcelona.
Well, if there's a defender that you want trying to mark Slimani, it's Gerard Piqué. In terms of physicality, he will match him blow for blow. It's just what they can do here. Suarez just can't get past Maripan.
Just too many bodies in the way, and it's again about trying to lock or unlock the puzzle so far that is the AS Monaco defence. You can see there a foul on Fofana will allow possession to go the way of AS Monaco, and a long ball is punted up towards the target man. It's actually going to roll all the way through. It's Kills to stick it home. The leading goal scorer extends his lead at the top of the goal scoring charts. It's the second for Monaco, and it's a defensive mistake from Barcelona.
First rule of defending, you always give it a shout. Somebody has to go and meet that ball. You're going to afford Monaco those types of chances in the box. They're not going to put that wide. They're not going to take that as a gift. It was just one really good ball in, but somebody has to meet that. You don't let the ball bounce in the box. You just don't. No
one attacking the ball, and it's assist from his own half from a Monegasque player, and nightmare situation for Barcelona. They now trail the current champions 2-0. Can they get an instant response? Here is Ousmane Dembele looking for Suarez in the centre, charged down by Maripan. And now a corner. Would you say, Wes, maybe they have to score very soon if they want a chance? I'll come back to you in a second. If they want to get anything out of this first game, do you think maybe a goal within the next 10 in-game minutes?
Yeah, I would say so, and I think I was looking from Barca's standpoint, you need to play more narrow. You know, like I said, it's great having the likes of Dembele and Griezmann and Suarez and these, you know, Messi and all these great players, but if you're not utilising them in the right formation, then you're the prophet of your own downfall at this point. And I think, looking at it, they need a tactical switch, not just a mental switch. They need a tactical one as well.
Suarez now. Charged down by Jemison, and it's really been hard for Barcelona to get anything in the final third. Here is Sila. Slimani, is he on? Unfortunately not. Linesman raises his flag. There's Maccabiel there going a little too early. And here come the changes from Barcelona.
Yeah, and like I said, looking at it, it's what have you got on your bench? What have you worked out in, you know, in the weeks off or the couple of weeks that you have, and, you know, getting used to the data pack from last week? How important is it?
We were talking in the weigh-in as well. You mentioned a lot of players change their attackers, but actually you change your defenders or your wing-backs or your full-backs, and that can be just as important.
Yeah, because we've seen it time and time again here in terms of heavy touches from very tired defenders, which have led to very late goals. I think if you were to start looking at substituting your defenders, not all of them, but if you would take one or two out, especially if you're in the ascendancy in Monaco's point of view, although Monaco are all action and all out attack, so they've made attacking changes there. If you notice there, though, they've brought on Bakayoko to replace Fofana.
Yep.
Just have a midfield engine.
So then, changes come in. Griezmann actually coming on for Barcelona, not the tallest of players. We'll see if he can make the difference. Here is another new entrance to the pitch. Collado looking for Suarez, cut out by Jemison. And unfortunately for Barcelona, no matter what they try, whether it's narrow, wide or long ball, it seems to be AS Monaco have the reading of them so far here in this first game. That's a mistake though. Here is Griezmann. Finds Collado, but unfortunately, again, just the pressure, the early pressure from Monaco so far is just being so successful, and right now Barcelona don't seem to have an answer for it. That's a good ball to Griezmann, maybe looking out wide there to Messi, but instead feeds it back to Collado. Here is that man, Messi, charged down low by Maripan. Good defending once again from Monaco.
Yeah, it's those fine reactions. Messi could have easily fired that ball across the box, but you take that touch, you take that extra moment, and Monaco will run you in a defensive environment. Meanwhile, Slimani puts it onto Pellegrini.
Pellegrini here, tries to fire it across the face, but charged down for a corner. Time ticking down though for Barcelona. 77th minute. They need to get a goal fairly quickly, and right now the ball is up the opposite end of the pitch. It's Marcelin to try and fire it in, only as far as to Stegen, and maybe Barcelona here might try and stage a counter, but unfortunately it's again AS Monaco winning the ball. That's a mistake. Griezmann though can't capitalise, and look at the run in behind from Pellegrini. Lucky Barcelona were able to cut that one out. And here is Messi looking for Griezmann. Oh, it might still drop from here. Griezmann, wonderful save, pushes it round for a corner. We'll see it here again in the replay, where it's wonderful reaction save from the Monaco number one.
Yeah, it was a great save from the keeper, and again it's that little bit of fortune that Barca are getting, but it's coming a bit late. There's 9 in-game minutes plus stoppage. We've seen late finishes and late goals, but I can't see a way through unless there's a goal off this corner.
Did that need to go in, Wes?
I think so. I think they needed a goal probably about 15 in-game minutes ago, but if they get one now, it'll set up a nervy finish to it, and whether they elect to go for it or save it for the next game, time will tell. But they need to find a way through this Monaco defence at this point.
Leo Messi to whip this one in. Looking for Lenglet up for the attack, but now it's time for Barcelona to try and recycle possession and really, again, try and break down this Monegasque defence. That's a nice ball through to Piqué. Into Griezmann now, has Suarez to look for, back to Messi was the target, but good little period of sustained pressure here for Barcelona. Here is Piqué joining the attack now. Messi looking for Griezmann, but you can see tremendous work from his Maccabeal to really shut down that passing lane. And now it's Monaco with the ball with time on their side as well. 87th minute. Could there be another goal for AS Monaco? Keita Baldi chopped down, and the referee will bring that one back. Chris next to me is calling for a card. We'll see what the referee produces.
Can't believe he hasn't given him. Oh, he has.
Oh, no, he has.
Longley was booked.
Longley into the book and knocked down into the box. Here is Gelson Martins. What a goal from Kilju. Absolutely wonderful. His 11th of the season. 3-0 Monaco, and that now is dead and buried.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and again, we talked about the first goal that's conceded by set pieces. It's the same thing again. You're giving Slimani way too much time to be able to knock that ball down into a dangerous area. You have to go and challenge the ball. You can't just allow these guys to kind of... I mean, if you look there, they tried, but they could easily position their player in front of Slimani and make it harder, rather than coming to try and defend their header from an angle. You could get in front of him and just try and disrupt him a little bit more.
Got a very early contender for Matchday 5 goal of the week there, I think, off the post.
Might be looking at €10,000. But yeah, you're right, Wes. Two players coming across. Just left all the room, even if Gelson Martins wasn't able to fire in that last-minute goal. There was a man across for Monaco, and it could be 4 here. Still time on the clock. Gelson Martins finds Pellegrini, who assisted that goal. It was interesting for me to see Pellegrini actually on the free kick in the centre circle, but a wonderful result. Back to winning ways here for AS Monaco. They will remain undefeated for now. And really, adjustments need to be made for Barcelona here going into our second game, Wes.
Yeah, and we talk about it all the time. We talk about how teams should prepare for...